Indeed, I'd also like to take this conversation forward with Dr. Srinivasan, who is also with us on the broadcast this afternoon. So, good afternoon. Thank you for speaking to NewsX. You've of course heard what Dr. Venkateshwara has had to say, but also in focus are several health issues. We're being told that there's a 45-day rehabilitation program that the astronauts are going to go through. What can you tell us about this? What is the usual kind of health concerns that are there, and also the kind of attention that is then given to make sure that the astronauts can seamlessly once again lead their lives on Earth, because you know they've been living in microgravity for the last 9 months and suddenly they're back on Earth.
Yeah, good afternoon to everybody. As Dr. S.V. Sharma told, initially it was planned for 1 week mission. It got extended to 9 days. But she was always safe there. And this is not the first time she is going to space. These are third journey to space station. And she is among the top 10 astronauts who have stayed in space. The highest number of days is by one Oleg Konotke of Russia, who has stayed for 1,110 days. And Sunita Williams is 8th person in the list who has stayed for cumulatively 609 days. So she was always, she knew what is the risk involved in going. And every space mission, as just for nothing, it's not called rocket science. So every space, whether it's launch or returning back any crew module, is a challenging task. Particularly if humans are involved, it requires all the more, it's more challenging. We have to ensure there are no leaks and they get their, the temperature is controlled, they have the environment control is working, they have the food, everything. So there was always, there was no doubt about the food. Always the space station has 3 months reserved food, and always cargo modules are anyway going and docking. And if any emergency is there, there was always a Russian module which is always permanently available, where the astronauts could be brought back. But as Dr. Sharma told, Boeing Starliner, NASA didn't want to take a chance. As all remember, this is a model of space shuttle where Kalpana Chawla, unfortunately, on re-entry, she passed away along with the other astronauts. So that concern is always there when you are re-entering. First time, particularly Boeing, they didn't want to take us because Boeing had developed along with SpaceX their own module, the Starliner. They did not do it. And these astronauts are trained for that. Even our Indian 4 astronauts have been trained in Russia, who will be going in, one person will be going in Axiom project through space shuttle this year itself. Other 2 people will be going to our own Gagana module, which will stay in orbit for about 1 week. So they're all trained to experience this, because they will have lots of medical issues, definitely, because there is no gravity there. They need to keep themselves fit by using treadmill, by doing yoga, or doing periodic exercise. And one thing people should know is the ISS is traveling at very high speed. See, we have only one Earthrise and one sunrise, one sunset in a day. It takes 24 hours for Earth to go around Sun on its own axis already. Whereas the space station makes 15 orbits around Earth. So within 90 minutes, it makes one revolution. So every day they will see 15 times sunrise and sunset. So they will not have good, like we sleep for 8 hours in a day, we have a night. So their routine will be totally different. So their food, what they eat is different. Their day and night is different. And they don't have social, they don't get to meet people, and there's totally a different environment. And the uncertainty, when they'll be going back, that uncertainty is always there. But they're all mentally and physically strong to withstand these things. They are trained to take away this load. And within now already I saw she was received, when she was taken away to the air base, she could walk with support. So they will be put on the rehabilitation. They will give required medicines and food supplements to bring them back to normal. So once somebody goes to space, there will be loss of muscle. So the bones will become weak. There will be some issues with respect to blood pressure. The eyesight can become blur. All those things are there. But all those things they take care in training, and they're adequately trained to do their task daily. Even the sleep also, Each person is assigned different tasks, when to sleep, when to take rest, when to take food, all those things. So now she should be back to normal within the next 3 months or so. That is the normal, because now this time they stayed for 286 days, so it may take longer because of age factor also. So she should be fine, and she'll be hoping to make one more trip if she gets a chance.
Indeed, with that I would like to thank you, Dr. Srinivasan, as well as Dr. Venkateshwara, for joining us on the broadcast today. Of course, sharing your perspective on Sunita Williams' return. I'd also like to showcase our viewers what the President of India, President Draupadi Murmu, has stated. I have her statement open with